So, I already did this once already, and I'm officially redoing it. I just, one, didn't like the setting I was at, so I'm just redoing it. So, I just wanted to hop on here and talk about mental illnesses, but pretty much the only one I can talk about is depression. I have been dealing with depression for the last 18 years of my life. And that's a pretty fucking long time. Depression is a real disease. It's a real illness. It's a serious condition. It's a condition that kills thousands all over the world. Pretty much every day. I'm sure some of you may feel depressed just because you're sad. And I'm telling you, just because you're sad does not mean you're depressed. You can be sad and not be depressed at all. Depression is not sadness. Depression is literally something that makes you so numb to everything around you. Makes all of your other emotions disappear. You can't eat. You can't sleep. And don't get me wrong, it's different for everybody. Especially with people who have bipolar depression or are manic depressives or what other kinds there are out there. We don't fake this shit. We don't say we're depressed just because we're sad. We don't say we're depressed for attention. At least I sure as hell don't. And I'm sure a lot of people who are depressed and actually have been diagnosed with depression, whether it's just normal depression or worse. None of us fake it. I know a lot of people my age or younger think that just because they're sad, they're depressed. So they'll be like, oh, I'm depressed. Oh, no, I'm just depressed. And you're not. Please, if you do not have depression and you don't know anything about it, you have not physically been diagnosed with it, please do not go around saying that you're depressed because you don't get it. See, in the first video I made, I was crying. And I had to keep reassuring you guys that I don't need you guys to worry about me. Because I definitely don't need people to be commenting on this video at all, saying that they're here for me, that if I ever need anything, they got me. Because in all reality, they don't. They don't. I know that. You know that. If you're the person that's going to say that, you know that. If I were to die tomorrow, I'd have people come into my funeral that didn't even know me just wanting to talk as if they knew me. I'd have people who did know me not even show up. I'd have people who said that they cared and didn't show up or wouldn't. I'm alone in this world. Being alone and having no support system, like a real support system, not just people saying, we're here for you, we got you. Like a real actual support system. No friends. I just have a small circle of family. But even then, no offense to my family, but I don't even have family. And I don't care if that's harsh for any of my family members watching this. I really don't care. I don't care if that bothers you, because that's the honest truth. I've always been the one in my family that's kind of really not had anybody. And that goes for all sides of my family. I put my heart out there for everybody around me. I check in with them even if I don't have to, just to make sure that they're good. I don't do that with everybody in my life, but I try to do that as much as I can with people, especially when I know that they're going through something or just got done doing something, getting through it, whatever. I don't have that. I personally have dealt with the really bad side of depression my whole life. Medication doesn't work, at least for me. I'm sure it works for people out there, but it doesn't work for me. I don't believe in medicine. I don't believe in that stuff, because honestly, the medicine just makes things worse. A side effect for antidepressants is suicidal tendencies or thoughts, and usually it ends up making people worse and kill themselves. The medication doesn't work. It just makes your emotions more than they already were. More present, more just there. You want it to go away, not feel more of it. And I'm sure a lot of people during this pandemic are really stressed out and really going through it. And I'm sure some of you really have ended up getting depression throughout this time. Being cooped up in the house every day and just being stuck. I'm not happy. I'm not. I have a tattoo on my arm to remind me every day that I have made it another year to my birthday. And I don't ever get to celebrate my birthday. My birthday's never been anything to anybody. It's never been important. I've spent pretty much all of my birthdays in my bed alone. Not like you need to have people around you, but to me, I do. I need people around me to feel sane, because after so long of having a disease that eats you up every single day, you feel like you're going crazy, because depression and anxiety go hand in hand with each other. And with that equals panic attacks, and with that equals stress and anger. But at the same time, you get so numb to everything. I'm living proof that this shit is real. I'm living proof of that. I'm living proof that a disease can constantly try to take you away from everything. That a disease can make you feel unworthy and unloved and like your life doesn't matter. And for 18 years, I've tried to prove that disease wrong. And I've fought and fought, and I've worked my hardest, and I've never been happy in my entire life. But most of you guys wouldn't know that, because I come off as a very cheerful, happy person. Smiling, just trying to make the best of things, because I don't want to worry people. And once again, this video is not meant for anybody to be worried about me. I'm literally just sitting here talking. Nobody needs to be concerned. And if there was a reason to be concerned, only a select few would know. So I'm asking you to learn. If you don't know anything about this disease, please learn. Please educate yourself. Because you need to be able to notice the people around you and really try to see beyond what they show you. Try and find out if they're okay without pushing. You have to do that on your own. You can't force somebody with depression to just do what I do. I'm very open about it. A lot of people aren't because they're ashamed of it, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's really not. People call you crazy. People say that you should be institutionalized. I've been told that by a lot of people in my life. And soon enough you begin to believe that. Because like I said, depression after a while makes you crazy. Because you're just spiraling in a fucking black hole. And it just feels like you can't get out of it. It just feels like you can't get any better. No matter what you do. You get back up and you just get back right to where you were. Before you started to feel better, before the crying stopped, before the numbness disappeared. You go right back to all of it. This shit causes people to lose sleep. They don't eat. They don't move. They feel stuck right exactly where they're at that moment. And they don't know how to move. They don't know how to get up. They don't know how to do anything or carry on. Nothing. And for me, that's what it's like. That is what it's like. Especially recently. I don't have any motivation to get up out of bed. I don't have any motivation to do anything. I can't even cry anymore. That's how numb I am at this point. So learn, educate, and teach people that just because they're sad does not mean they are depressed. It's so much more than sadness. It's so much more. And if you can't understand that, that's your fault. That is your problem. If you can't see that, then you need the help, not us. Now imagine being a woman in today's society. Just a woman throughout history in general, no matter what race you are. Just a woman. Every other race besides the white race has had it hard. Every woman in a different race besides the white race has had it hard. So I can definitely expect that they would be depressed. Everybody in my eyes is equal. Skin color, ethnicity, everything, culture, religion, sexuality. Everybody's equal and everybody deals with their own shit. And yet you still have these people out here who treat us all, everyone in this world, like trash. Just because you think that you're better than the next motherfucker down the street. I personally do not feel safe walking out in public by myself. I don't even feel safe walking to my car by myself because I am a woman. And having depression and anxiety on top of already feeling uncomfortable being in my own skin as a woman, imagine how much more difficult that makes it for me to be able to get up out of bed out of bed and do anything, any type of errand that I need to do, to where I'm constantly looking over my shoulder. One person that looks at me in the store, I instantly am just like, not sure if I want to cuss them out or run. Because I'm sitting in there in my head and I'm overthinking, because that's also what depression and anxiety does to you. It makes you fucking overthink. Overthink excessively, more than you need to, about a lot of things and pretty much everything. You drive yourself crazy. Once again, I will use that. You drive yourself crazy because you do. I don't need anybody attacking me in this video, so if you're gonna comment and you want to say anything negative, please keep your fucking mouth shut and keep it to yourself. I don't have time, I don't have patience, I can't take nothing negative or bullshit from anybody right now. I'm literally on here just to talk. Because mental illness is a real thing. Depression is a mental illness. It's real, people. It is real. So if you know anybody that has it, just keep an eye on them. That's all. Don't freak out unless they tell you you need to freak out. And a lot of people won't even tell you. So don't freak out regardless, unless you absolutely feel the need that you need to. And half the time, by the time you freak out, it's too late for most of those people anyways. Which is sad as fuck, but it's the honest truth. I have to force words out of my mouth because it's like I can't even fucking think. I look like a hot mess, and that's just what it is. I personally am not okay, but I'm trying to be. And that's what matters, is I'm continuing to try. I'm trying to be okay. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to feel better. I'm trying to just keep pushing. I don't know how many of you guys have made it to the end of this video, because I know it's long. I had so much more said in the old video, in the one I recorded last night. It's a new day, my mind is completely different. I think I'm just gonna leave this here. I hope all of you guys, if anybody has questions, like genuine questions about this type of stuff, please talk to me or somebody. I give really good advice and I'm a great listener. I don't even have to say anything, but I know a lot about this disease just because I deal with it firsthand. I deal with it every day for the last 18 years. 18 years. I'm 23. Was diagnosed with depression at age 5. People, 5. How many 5-year-olds do you know that are diagnosed with depression? I don't think that many. So imagine how that kind of eats me up a little bit inside too. So for real, if anybody needs to talk, just reach out to someone. Don't go through whatever you're going through alone. It's not worth it, okay? That's all I have to say.